Pokémon Scarlet and Violet are a solid 7.5 out of 10. Technically the first open world RPG in the Pokémon franchise, Scarlet and Violet attempt to blend some of the more open gameplay introduced in Legends Arceus with the classic Pokémon formula to varying degrees of success. Here you play as a school student, a first in the series. You can even attend classes, some of which are basic tutorials, some of which teach strategy and lore. I recommend doing these from time to time, even if they seem a tad tedious. Outside of school, the gameplay is about what you'd expect, with plenty of trainers to battle and Pokémon to catch. Gone are the action RPG elements introduced in Legends Arceus, instead returning to the classic formula of entering battle before being able to launch that Pokéball. Also unlike Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Violet are chock full of trainer battles, and you'll need them, as the game is surprisingly stingy with the XP in the early game compared to previous entries. Unfortunately, the trainer AI really leaves something to be desired. In my playthrough so far, not a single opponent used an item or switched out their Pokemon, and perhaps more egregiously, they would always attempt to use a super effective move based on type alone, even if the move had little or no effect. The main quests are split into three: the classic gym challenge, a search for mysterious titans, and tackling the seemingly villainous Team Star. This separation was my favourite new addition. Allowing me to tackle anything in any order was a freedom I didn't realise I needed in Pokemon, even despite the lack of level scaling. Challenging a gym slightly higher level than me was just exciting, and I didn't feel too overpowered going back to lower level gyms. But the key thing holding Pokémon Scarlet and Violet back from greatness is the speed and performance. Everything is incredibly slow, especially compared to the Sonic fast Sword and Shield entries. From sub 20 frame per second dips to constant camera glitches, it feels like these games needed just a little more time in the oven. Though it is worth noting that some of these loading times have improved in the version 1.0.1 patch. Towards the end of the main campaign, I found myself missing the grandiose storytelling of previous entries, and then a whole bunch of interesting story presented itself in the final hours, introducing and answering mysteries that I really wish had been the focus of the whole game, or teased a little more throughout the campaign. But as I completed the story, I found many satisfying and electrifying moments that kept me hooked and playing until early hours of the morning. I won't go deep into details here, but there is a satisfying amount of post-game content, at least compared to the last few entries. In the coming days, head over to the Trainer Callum YouTube channel for a longer and more detailed review.